Skipping worlds, something I have been guilty of quite a bit over the last few years, especially in KH1. And for those of you wondering, should I do it?
No, don't even think about it.
First, let's go over the skippable worlds. The skippable worlds in KH1 are Monstro, Atlantica, and Halloween Town. Now, let's go over why you should not skip any of these. Let's start with Monstro, which in my opinion is the worst world that you can skip out of the three, and in my opinion it's also the easiest world to deal with. It's a bit confusing to get around sometimes, but the bosses are not that bad at all. You have 2 parasite cages, and that's pretty much it. Not to mention they give you a decent chunk of 1500 XP for beating just the 2 of them, not counting the Heartless that you may defeat along the way. It also has some cool screen time for Riku, the Edgelord, and also the most important reason not to skip Monstro from a gameplay perspective is the ability high jump. If you don't have high jump, at least in my experience with skipping Monstro, it gets really frustrating in future worlds, like Halloween Town, specifically in the boss fights. Climbing onto the platform in the first Oogie Boogie fight is pretty annoying on its own, but the worst part for me was the second fight where you have to destroy those big blob things, because some of them are pretty tough to reach even with high jump, and it's insanely annoying trying to reach them without high jump. It's actually frustrating. And of course, there is the general downside to skipping any world in KH1 or any other KH game for that matter, and that is the lack of level ups and experience points that you will have to deal with if you do skip a world. Atlantica is, in my opinion, that world that if you're going to skip any world, skip this one. It's annoying to maneuver through it, it's a bit confusing to get around, and it has annoying boss fights. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Atlantica does not give you anything that special for completing it. I believe you only get the crab claw keychain, which I don't think it's even that good, but just like Monstro, if you decide to skip this one, you will be missing out on a lot of EXP. For example, if you were hypothetically to go through this world and not defeat a single Heartless and just do the Ursula fights, this would give you a total of 2,800 XP, which is a decent chunk of XP in my opinion, and it should definitely not be overlooked at all. But my advice, if you absolutely are set on skipping one of the 3 worlds, and not to mention you can only skip one of the 3 worlds, I forgot to mention that. So out of the 3 worlds that are skippable, you can only skip one if you want to make your way through the rest of the game. And if you're going to skip any of the 3 worlds, please have it be Atlantica. Now, Halloween Town, this one in my opinion makes just as little sense as skipping Monstro, basically none. The boss fights are not bad at all, and aside from them giving you a total of 5,000 XP, the Keyblade you get from this world has a decent range, and if I remember correctly, it gives you a good strength boost too. If you ask me, that's reason enough not to skip this world. And with that said, if you like what I do here on YouTube, please consider giving me a like and subscribing to the YouTube channel, and it would help out a lot. And if you enjoyed the video, comment down below. If you have any other opinions on this topic, leave them also down in the comments. I always like talking with you guys. And until the next video stream, thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.